How's it going, everybody? Chaser. Today, I'll be playing more Resident Evil 2, Claire's B scenario. Now, in the first episode, we got pretty far, and in this one, I'm expecting to accomplish what I was wanting to accomplish in last episode, but never got around to doing it. For one, I got the card key, or the key card, to unlock all the main hall doors. Which is something I was wanting to do last episode, but never got around to doing it. Excuse me. Alright, now we got the doors unlocked, we can go and start getting stuff done. I know I've got the volume relatively low, it's because it's really late at night. I don't want to wake up my neighbors. So I've got the volume fairly low. I've got it at about a 7. So hopefully this will be a more relaxing Let's Play, I guess you could say. It's kind of what I was going for. For some reason, I keep thinking there's bullets in here, but I don't remember. If you're wanting to read that, you're going to have to pause it. This is the part I was talking about. This is the part I was wanting to accomplish in the last episode, but I ran out of time on it. But if you get that key from that zombie, you can get a secret outfit. This is actually my favorite alternative costume in the entire Resident Evil series. Just because of how cool it is. But you also get the Colt SAA, which is a quick draw handgun. The only problem that I have with it is that it uses up ammo rather quickly. It's not a bad gun, it's just kind of lousy for what it is. And it's really quick, but it runs out of ammo more often than not. I'll show it off against a few enemies here in a minute. It's a really cool gun for what it is, though. Here we have the second jewel. So when we go back upstairs again on the other side of the building, we can unlock that little chest of that statue.
Good to see you're still among the living. It looks like we're not gonna find your brother here after all. There's no reason for us to stay any longer than necessary. Let's split up, look for any survivors, and get out of here.
Right.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it. That way we can keep in touch if anything happens.
Alright, see you later, Leon. Alright, this seems like a good spot to try it out. You see how quick it is? I mean, it's really good. It just doesn't have a lot of firepower to it. Uses about the same amount of handgun a normal handgun would use. Still pretty cool though. What, no bullets? I always thought there was bullets down there. Uh-oh. Ah, crap. I forgot that in the last playthrough I didn't use the fuse. So I wasn't able to close those shutters. I don't know why I didn't do that. It would have made things a hell of a lot easier. Because now I got to deal with those guys when I get over there. A funny story, when I was a kid, I had a huge crush on Claire. I think she was my first video game crush I ever had. Because I was like 2 or 3 years old when I first played this game. Maybe 5, I don't remember. I was pretty young when I first played this. And I was in school one day and my teachers used to play that show, The Big Comfy Couch. And I used to sit there and say, dude, that's Claire from Resident Evil. Because the lady that was on there, Allison Court, she was on that Big Comfy Couch. And all the other kids were like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, dude, that's the chick from Resident Evil. Oh, crap. I didn't expect them to all be swarming right here. Okay, well that's out of ammo. I did not expect them to be swarming me right there. But basically what I was saying was, that's kind of the reason why this game means a lot to me, is that it was pretty influential on my childhood. I don't need that. Ah, boy. Inventory management. I can't do anything. Man. I forgot I don't have any space. Oh, crap. They're right here next to each other and I can't do anything about it. I gotta go to the save room next door. But I just know that the remake that came out, don't get me wrong, it's a good game. My only problem with it is that I was really hoping that all the original voice I mean, the original voice actors that played in the originals were going to come back to voice that game. And I guess it was one of those, it was more of a disappointment than anything, because I remember when I was a kid, I used to say, oh, in 20 years when they remake the second game, when there's a remake coming, because they were, at that point, games like Code Veronica and Resident Evil 4 had come out. And a lot of people were pretty much talking about how there needs to be a remake, because the original GameCube version of Resident Evil came out. And a lot of people are pretty much on the hype train, because that game, the Resident Evil remake, is a masterpiece. I mean, that thing is pretty much exactly how I would want a remake to be made. But the Resident Evil 2 remake comes out, and it was more disappointing because the fixed camera angles were gone, and to me it was more like Resident Evil 7 than it was the original. I mean, don't get me wrong, the setting was just glorious. I loved the way they recaptured Resident Evil 2's Raccoon City. Same goes for the police department. But it was just too dark. You couldn't see where to flip unless you had the flashlight on. So everything was kind of hidden in the shadows. Whereas in the originals, everything's pretty well lit up. I'm not ripping on anybody that liked the remakes. They weren't exactly what I was envisioning. I mean, it's still, I have the poster from the remake, the Resident Evil 2 remake, hanging up behind me. So I definitely do like the remake. I was really banking on that the remake was going to be more along the lines of the GameCube remake. And that thing came out almost 20 years ago, quite literally. Next year it'll be 20 years. Which is hard to believe. And that thing was just probably my favorite GameCube game of all time, if I'm being honest. Here comes the tricky part. There's a specific spot you have to put this detonator, or this C4 on. There we go. I'm not trying to ramble, I'm just trying to think of stuff to talk about.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me. And just who are you? No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference. You'll end up just like all the others. That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty. Her skin nothing short of perfection. But it will soon putrefy, and she will turn into a zombie within the hour, like all the others.
There must be some way to stop it.
In a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain, or by decapitating her completely. And to think that taxidermy used to be my hobby. But no longer. Please, I'd really like to be alone now.
I mean, that's something to talk about right there. In the remake of Resident Evil 2, Chief Irons was definitely the bad guy of the show. I mean, they recaptured him and basically full-fledged him out to the point where just about everybody who's played that game absolutely hates the guy. Because he is one sick bastard. I'm not going to spoil it, but if you ever get the chance, I'd recommend playing the remake. I mean, it's been out for a couple of years. So, you could probably pick it up for like maybe $25, something like that. It is definitely worth a play.
Wait. Let me go. Easy, easy there. I'm not a zombie. You're safe now. My name's Claire. What's yours?
Sherry.
Do you know where your parents are?
They both work at the Umbrella Chemical Plant, near the city limits.
The chemical plant? Then what are you doing here?
My mom called and told me to go to the police station because it was too dangerous to stay at home.
From the look of things, I'd say she was probably right. But it's dangerous here as well. You'd better come with me.
But there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but I saw it. Much larger than any of those zombies. And it's coming after me.
What was that?
That's what I was telling you about. It's here.
Sherry, wait!
Who the heck sticks handgun bullets this far in the back? Seriously, this is like a pretty far off from the chief's office. For some reason, I was expecting a Mr. X boss fight there. I guess I'm getting them mixed up with Leon's scenario.
Chief?
But I just remember Claire's scenario was actually the first time I ever played Resident Evil 2. Way back in like 2002, 2003, something like that. Long time ago. And it's been a favorite of mine ever since. I think I'm about to call episode 2 here. Mainly because I've been playing for about 30 minutes or so. But we made some damn good progress. I managed to get all the way upstairs, managed to clear out most of the zombies. cleared out the helicopter. And in the next episode, I think we're going to be heading into the sewer. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Resident Evil 2 Claire's Scenario. And have a good one.